Now, as I mentioned before, the Organization of Islamic Cooperation says that Donald Trump's immigration ban is actually playing into the hands of jihadi groups, and that's what you've been hearing.
Yes, that's what I've been hearing since many, many months. When he was chosen by the Republican Party, already jihadis, either from the Islamic State, al-Qaeda, or other movements, were saying that it was a good sign for them. And when he won, they even said, when he won the presidency, they even said that it was a sign from God, because he had very low chances to win, and despite that, he won and he became president. And if you ask me why, because for them, it will accelerate the final confrontation between the West and the Muslim world as they wanted. And on the other hand, the ones that I talked to, either one more time from al-Qaeda or from the Islamic State, are saying that Donald Trump is expressing the real feeling and the real plans made in the West regarding the Islamic world. That's what they think. So by implementing this ban, he is like helping the jihadi propaganda, which didn't change from decades. Even Anwar al-Awlaki, and we'll get to talk about Yemen, which is an American-yemeni who was in the ranks of al-Qaeda in the Arabic Peninsula, said in his preaches that the United States will finally, as he said, attack its own Muslims. And by implementing those bans and by having those words about talking about a Muslim ban, then about a refugee ban, he is helping the jihadi propaganda.
He says it's not a Muslim ban, but these 7 countries are mostly
Exactly.
Muslim. Now, you mentioned Yemen. That's where Donald Trump has carried out his first counter-terrorism operation. Tell us about that.
Yes, exactly. This is where he made his first operation, the first operation under his rule, and this is where also the last operations made by Obama were made in Libya and Yemen too. So it ended with Obama, and then it started again with Trump, knowing that Obama made the highest number of drone attacks in Yemen. So, but to talk about this operation, actually, regarding sources in the ranks of al-Qaeda, they said that starting Saturday night, they saw planes around a village in Rada. The operation started at 2 a.m. Yesterday, with 16 missiles launched on 3 houses, and many people were killed, many civilians were killed. Regarding the creation of the CENTCOM, the Central Command of the United States, 2 high-ranking commanders of al-Qaeda were killed, which is Abdurrauf al-Dahab and Sultan al-Dahab. But regarding al-Qaeda, Abdurrauf al-Dahab wasn't, and neither Sultan al-Dahab were like senior commanders in al-Qaeda. But as we know, and everybody knows, the family al-Dahab, the tribe, is very well connected to al-Qaeda, since they are relatives by marriages of Anwar al-Awlaki, which I mentioned before, the American citizen. Anwar al-Awlaki was killed in 2011 by a drone attack. His 16-year-old son was killed also by a drone attack a month later. And in this latest attack, his daughter, 8-year-old daughter, was killed. So in the shooting, according to her grandfather, she was killed by a bullet. According to al-Qaeda sources and people on the ground, they said to me that she went to her window when the operation started and she got shot with a bullet. It doesn't mean that she was specifically targeted, of course, but as we know, more than 30 people were killed, and most of them are civilians. 1 American soldier was killed, many were injured, and a kind of military helicopter, not an Apache, bigger helicopter, was hit and then was destroyed by American troops on ground. So what Trump has tried to do here, he tried to make a big operation, an operation with boots on the ground, which the Americans didn't do since many years in Yemen. And eventually, the result isn't very positive, neither for the American military, neither for Trump. And technically speaking, by this first operation of Trump, Nura al-Awlaki, which is an American citizen, technically, was killed in this American operation in Yemen, the first operation conducted under the rule of Trump.
All right, thank you very much indeed for that, Wasim.